Hey guys, it's me Bailey here and welcome back to another video on my channel. So today I'm finally showing you guys this eco-friendly family home. I don't really know what I'm going to be calling this video, but if you follow me on Twitter, you would have seen that I posted some screenshots. People seem to like it, so hopefully you guys on YouTube will like it. I think this home is actually a really pretty one, and it only has 3 bedrooms. It is quite big though. You could make it 5 bedrooms because there is an attic space. I turn it into like a storage area, so there's kind of like a little living area. I was thinking the kids go up there when maybe the parents are downstairs watching something that they don't really want to watch or something like that. And then there's like some stuff for Christmas decorations, so you could definitely make this home into 5 bedrooms. You could add on another bathroom if you wanted to, but of course, I just wanted to use a ton of eco-lifestyle related items. Like, we used some solar panels. I was kind of scared because I saw on Twitter that you need to clean the solar panels, but I think the ones that I put on the roof you don't actually need to clean. Again, I've been saying this, but I know nothing about gameplay when it comes to eco-lifestyle. I don't think that you'll need to clean the solar panels. You might have to, and you won't be able to reach them because they're on the roof. I'm not really sure though. And then I add like the little grub thingy. I know nothing about it. The thing that we thought would be home to chickens is actually home to like little grubs and roaches and stuff like that. I put that on the porch because I think it would be a really cute item to play with. And yeah, just some other eco-lifestyle related items like, oh my gosh, I just touched my scalp and I was outside like a ton yesterday and I got really sunburned and my scalp hurts so bad. Whenever I touch it, I took a shower like a couple of minutes ago and it hurts so bad because I do take really hot showers, probably unhealthily hot showers, so yeah, it really hurts right now, but that literally has nothing to do with this voiceover or this house at all. I don't know why I had to share that with you. Another thing that happens when I take showers now is my cat watches me the entire time, and I take really long showers, like 30-minute showers, and yes, very hot showers, but he watches me the whole time. Like, he sits on my sink and just stares at me. Sometimes he cries, so I wonder like what he thinks is going on. I don't really know. It reminds me of when I was a kid. This is a very weird thing, but I would have to watch my dad leave for work every single morning at like 6:30 in the morning. I would have to watch his car leave the driveway, cross like my street, and then turn into the next street, or else I thought he would die. I don't know what like 9-year-old me was thinking, but that's something I did, and it kind of reminded me of that, like a little ritual, kind of like an OCD thing. I've recently been studying OCD in psychology. I don't have it. A lot of people think that they have it when they actually don't. But that's something very odd that I used to do, and it just reminded me of that. Anyway, so there's a little bit of trivia about my childhood for you. I was kind of a weird kid. Also, I'm sorry if I sound stuffy again in my voiceovers. I always have a cold. I feel like I've had a cold for multiple months now, probably like half a year, and it's very bad, especially in the mornings, so I sound very stuffed up. And it makes me kind of sad because people are going to be listening to this, and I hope it doesn't bother you. It might. It probably won't though. Anyway, so I was thinking of the storyline for this family, right? And I don't really have like too much of an in-depth one. I wasn't really thinking of a storyline at all until I got into the interior, and you'll see, well, okay, with this home, I wanted it to look like it had been heavily renovated very recently, because if you look around in this neighborhood, first of all, when you upgrade, or I don't even know if upgrade's the right word, but you can change this neighborhood to look totally different, but for now, it's very trashy, and I actually prefer it to the other one. Anyway, hopefully you've seen the other neighborhood that it can turn into. It turns into like a very green and lush neighborhood. I like that one too, but I like this one more. Anyway, this home looks very similar to all the other homes in this neighborhood, but it also looks very upgraded, and it looks like it would really help out with the eco footprint, I guess you could say, of Evergreen Harbor. I don't even know if those are the right words to describe that, but yeah, there are like some upgrades that will help with the environment on this home. But I made it so that the entire first floor is one big room, and I usually don't do that. Usually my homes are extremely cookie cutter and like closed off. I do use a lot of archways to kind of help out with that, but still, I make my floor plans very sectioned off and cookie cutter. But for this one, I was like, you know what? I want to make it look a little more upgraded and kind of modern. So the kitchen leads into the dining room, which leads into the living room, but they're not actually separate rooms. You'll see. I think it looks really nice. And then the entire back wall of this house is just windows and new, I don't think they're sliding glass doors, but they are glass doors, and they're really, really pretty. So I just think it's a really nice house. A little bit on the expensive side, of course, but I do think that the people who live here, they do have quite a bit of money. So the parents are both conservationists, but one of them works in Sulani and one of them works here in Evergreen Harbor. I was thinking that they do have two homes. So they have this home and then they have one in Sulani, and they kind of flip-flop. Like half the year they live here, half the year they live in the Sulani home, which is really nice. Like, imagine, that's kind of the dream. But yes, they both are conservationists, but they kind of work in different areas. And the two kids, I was thinking that they were homeschooled, and that should be in quotes because I don't think they're actually taught all that much. I was watching a video that YouTube recommended to me, no clue why, about either free range or free roam kids. I can't remember what they called it, but they were kids that were technically homeschooled, but their parents taught them nothing. And I do think that these kids are well-mannered, they're really nice little kids, but they're not really taught anything. They don't know what a trapezoid is, like they don't know any of the continents. Like, they're those types of kids. They are kind of dumb. They're really sweet kids though, and they are very blessed to be able to live in Sulani and Evergreen Harbor. So they are kind of brats just because they don't really have any schedule in their life. Like, their parents are just like, you can do whatever you want, we're not really going to teach you anything, you can learn things on your own. They feel like it's better to learn life lessons, I guess, on your own than actually go to school, if that makes sense. I don't know. I just thought that would be kind of an interesting storyline. Like, the mom, she's a bit of a Karen. She loves her essential oils, things like that. So that was the little storyline that I gave for them. It's not all that much. The kids' rooms are so cute. I feel like Eco Lifestyle does come with a lot of nice items when it comes to bedrooms. I really like the beds. I'm thinking about it now because in one of my recent builds that I did, it's a cottagecore house, by the way. I don't think you've seen it yet. Maybe you have, I'm not sure. Yeah, I think it'll be my next video or something like that, but I tried to use one of the Eco Lifestyle beds and it turned out so bad, so I'm just thinking about that. I feel like you really need to know the style in order to pull it off, but I feel like I kind of did in this home. By the way, the kitchen is so cute. I don't think I'm the best builder in the world, but I feel like my kitchens are getting better and better, and I really like this one, and I really like some other ones that I'll be showing you, so hopefully you guys do like this one as well. It's very like orange and black, which I am a big fan of. Anyway, so I was thinking of things to talk about for this voiceover, and I was thinking about Sulani because that's a big part of this family storyline, and I ended up coming up with the idea to talk about The Sims 2 Castaway. This was the first Sims game that I ever played. I was so obsessed with it. As a kid, I really loved The Sims 3. Oh my gosh, I could get into this. I was obsessed with The Sims 3 for so many years. It was kind of insane. Like, all the YouTube videos that I would watch were only about The Sims 3, nothing else. I was very obsessed with it, and I remember writing a handwritten letter to my mom asking for The Sims 3. I wouldn't have even been able to play it because I didn't have a good computer, but I asked her in this very formal letter if I could get The Sims 3, and she said no, and it broke my heart. She said no because she knew people her age who were playing The Sims 3, and there was like Woohoo and Juice and stuff like that, and I was 8, and she was just against it at the time. My parents aren't very strict, but I suppose they were against that kind of stuff for an 8-year-old. I guess that kind of makes sense. I know people who have been playing The Sims since they were like 4 years old, but we won't get into that. Anyway, because I could not play The Sims 3, I was obsessed with The Sims 2 Castaway for the Wii, and I wasn't a very bright kid, or at least, you know, The Sims 2 Castaway wasn't for a child my age. It was for like a teenager and up, like someone who could actually figure out the puzzles involved in that game and stuff like that. So I would go and spend like hours in Create a Sim, because there was Create a Sim in this game. I would spend so many hours creating like 7 or 8 Sims over and over again, and then I would play the game for a bit, get bored, and go back into create a Sim. It was like so fun. I have so many memories, and I think there were like little monkeys in that game that you could befriend, and like of course you had to keep up with your needs. So that was the first Sims game that I ever played, and I didn't play another official Sims game for a long time. Again, I'm not really counting free play or The Sims Mobile, but yeah, finally I was able to play The Sims 4. However, I was obsessed with The Sims 3 for so long. Like, Island Paradise was my favorite game of all time. Did I play it? No, never. But I really think it's like the nicest concept, and I really think they pulled it off. That's why I don't like Island Living. A lot of people ask me why I don't like Island Living. It is a good pack. It's beautiful. Like, Sulani is absolutely gorgeous. But if you compare it to Island Paradise, it's not even on that spectrum, you know what I mean? They're so incomparable. One is so superior, and you can definitely tell which one that is, but I think that's kind of a theme when it comes to The Sims 4 versus The Sims 3, at least in my eyes. I feel like The Sims 3, while it does have its faults, and the faults are huge, like, for example, the fact that most people can't even play it on their computer is one thing, but I just feel like it is so superior in so many ways that it makes me really sad about The Sims 4. I was going to post a rant video about The Sims 4, and I feel like I made some really good points, but I was editing it, and something was wrong with the audio. Like, random bits of the audio kept jumping in to random parts. Like, it was kind of weird, but I could have fixed it if I tried hard enough. But I was looking at my face for so long, because of course this was with face cam, and I started hating the video, and I completely scrapped it. However, I do have the script still. Yes, I did write a script for this video, so I could re-record it if I wanted to. Maybe if you guys want to see that. I know a lot of people are like, don't do that, like, it's so negative, why would you dare to do that? I know a lot of people are really against stuff like that, and I don't want to isolate the people who are against rant videos, if that makes sense. I don't know. I thought it was kind of a fun video if I could have gotten past the editing part, but I might do it later. I don't really know. I just feel like The Sims 3 was too good to have come before The Sims 4, if that makes sense. Like, it makes The Sims 4 feel like a downgrade, is what I'm trying to say. And The Sims 4 is a great game, but I've recently found, well, I've always found this, but especially recently, that it's a very good building simulator. And I think that's all it will be for me, at least for now. So it's kind of sad, but I just don't think gameplay is for me. When it comes to The Sims 4, I don't think that's a bad thing to say, though, because I love building in The Sims 4, so that's kind of what I feel right now, at least. And I think this whole rant comes from me watching some Sims 3 videos. There's this girl named Kenzie Sims who I've been watching recently, and she does tons of speed builds and like world builds. Does that even make sense? Like, she's making her own world. She's doing create a world videos. I don't really know what you would call that. But yeah, she's doing that, and she does create a Sims and let's plays and stuff. So I've been watching a lot of her, and of course every once in a while I'll go back and watch some Sims 3 videos that I really enjoyed as a kid. Like the Queen. Oh my gosh, rest in peace. I love her so much. I think she was like the best, and I can't imagine what she would be doing right now. She was my favorite as a kid. I remember her Island Living Let's Play, or not Island Living Let's Play, Island Paradise Let's Play was my favorite. And then of course Life Simmer, she doesn't really do content anymore. I think she might live stream on Twitch. But yeah, it's really sad that both of them aren't really around anymore. And then there was someone else that I watched named Pink Sim, and I can't find the channel anymore. It's really sad. I feel like she deleted all her videos, but those 3 were my favorites at the time. So yeah, hopefully one day I'll get a really nice computer and I'll be able to start a Sims 3 series. That's the ultimate goal. Like, maybe it'll be a Let's Play. I know I've been looking into a leprosy challenge, I think is what it's called, like the Sims 3 leprosy challenge. I don't think many people do it in The Sims 4. But in The Sims 3, it's a really big thing. I think it's so much fun. I would definitely want to do one of those. And then, of course, I would like to do a Create a World series. I'm not sure. I want to make a save file. Like, I have some characters that I love and I have loved for so long. They've been in my head for so long. I was in a creative writing class for a year, and I would write about them all the time. So I would love to make something where they can all live, whether that be a world or a save file, something like that. But I would like to choose one, you know what I mean, and have them all live there. So I'm kind of torn between The Sims 3 and The Sims 4, so I don't really know, but those are all really far down the line. Anyway, I hope that you've all been doing really, really well. I've been doing good, especially because at the time that I'm doing this voiceover, I'm done with school, and I'll talk about it a little bit more in some other voiceovers. Like, I've written the loose scripts, I guess you could say, for some other voiceovers that are coming up, and I'm going to be talking about that. And also, my school is planning on doing some different things when it comes to next year. Because of the coronavirus, they want to do social distancing, and they're gonna, I don't know, I don't want to talk about it right now because I might go on a rant about it in another video, but yeah, that just makes me so anxious. I'm a very anxious person, and I've actually been going to counseling for it. I don't know if I've ever shared this. I feel like I have, or at least I've told some people that are close to me online, but yes, I do go to counseling because of my social anxiety. That feels very weird to share with you guys right now. I feel like I'm a little bit embarrassed about it, even though it's not something that I should be embarrassed about, or you should be embarrassed about if you're feeling the same way. But yeah, I do go to counseling for it just because anything unknown to me, anything up in the air, including like next year and what the schools are gonna do, does make me very anxious. And I'm a little bit worried about it, and I'm very worried about like not seeing my friends because my school is thinking about separating classes. Like they're thinking that half the school will go to school on certain days while the other half will stay home and do virtual learning, and that makes me scared because what if all my friends are at the other half? I mean, I would assume that they would do it in alphabetical order, like maybe A through like L or something like that. I'm not sure. And my last name is at one end of the alphabet, and all my friends, I'm not even kidding, all of their last names are at the other end. So I'm just a little nervous that I will be separated from them because I think that's how they would do it, just so every classroom will only have like maybe 10-15 kids where they would usually have 30 kids. It's kind of a wild time. It's kind of a weird experience. And yes, I will be a senior next year, which is even scarier than the coronavirus in my mind for some reason. Just because I have no clue what I want to do with my life. We won't get into that right now though, because that's kind of a deep topic for a speed build video. So yeah, I'm kind of worried about that. Anyway, let's talk about the build now because I've been ranting for so long and you did not come here for that. I know some people enjoy rants and like stories and stuff like that. Sadly, I don't really have any stories to tell. I'm gonna tell a story in my next speed build voiceover that I'm going to do, but I know some people really like that, and then some people just like you talking about the speed build for the whole video, like, okay guys, now I'm adding wallpaper to this attic space, I'm going to move the roofing because it's getting in the way. Like, I could do that, I suppose. It's kind of difficult though. I know some people do that when they don't really know what they're talking about, me included. When I run out of things to rant about, I start talking about the build, and it's kind of cringy. So I don't really know what you guys think or what you guys want, if you guys want rants or if you guys want me talking about every single item that I'm placing in a build. I'm going to try to do a mix of both just because that's what I prefer listening to when I'm watching a speed build. But anyway, we are on to my favorite part of the speed build, which is the attic. I don't know, it's nothing special to be honest with you, like it's just a little lounge area. There's not even a TV up there. My cat is snoring once again. What else is new? If I ever make merch, it'll be of a snoring cat. But yeah, there's just like a little lounge area up here and then some Christmas decorations. Like, it's nothing too special, but just because we have ladders now and I just wanted an excuse to use them because I want to make a tree house in like a family home or something like that. That's something that I'll do in the future, but I just wanted to add a ladder, so I decided that I would add an attic space in this home. But anyway, we're getting to the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope that you did enjoy it. If you did, a like would be very appreciated. Also know that I post new videos every other day, so if you want to be notified whenever I post, you can subscribe and hit the notification bell, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye!